Okay, so as promised, I'm going to show you just my little bit of breakfast that I'm getting ready to make, just to kind of give you an idea of what all goes into breakfast and what you can add and how you can change it up and do fun things with it. Add some red peppers to my, just from a regular, bell pepper. I don't remember if it's got 3 points. So I just took a little sliver out of it, chopped up some of it. And I'm going to do some black olives in it, and so I was just going to cut them kind of in half. When we first saw black olives on the list, Angie and I both were kind of like, no thank you, because that's disgusting. But we vowed to try the recipes just like they were, and I actually like black olives in my eggs, and with some other things. I put it in my salad and done some things like that. So I actually really like the black olives, so I'm going to put some of those in my omelet this morning as well. So I decided I wanted to add a little bit of onion in as well. I am the girl that never liked onions, didn't want onions on anything that I was eating. But since trying some of this stuff, the recipes they gave us, I'm going to caramelize my onions first with just like a little half teaspoon of my coconut oil here, which is really nice. And then once I do that, then I'll add my eggs, and then I'll add in my red peppers and my olives. So if you're craving sweets or, that leftover Halloween candy, the onions are a really, really good way to kind of get around that, because once you kind of get them all caramelized in here, that's what happens to them. They become sweet. So that's one of the reasons why I'd like to add onions to some of the recipes that I've done, is because I do have a bit of a sweet tooth, but doing the onions this way brings out that sweetness in them and kind of satisfies that feeling of I need something sweet. Okay, one thing I want to say about the onions real quick is you can see it looks like there are fewer onions in there than when I started. But they shrink, so it may look like a lot of onions when you first start putting it in there, but you're going to end up with very, very few onions. So don't be like super stingy with the onions when you start putting them in there, because they will shrink and become a whole lot less. So now I've added my eggs, and my red peppers and my olives, and it's going to be a really pretty little omelet there. So this is a breakfast we're actually allowed to have. You can see my omelet turned out fantastic. It's gorgeous, all the colors. I did add a little bit of sea salt and fresh ground black pepper to it. And most of the things we're supposed to cook spinach into our eggs and stuff, and I do not like cooked spinach. It is slimy and gross, and it's a texture thing for me. So what I'll do is kind of eat it like a egg omelet salad type thing. And then I have my sausage links that I get to have, which is super exciting. We could also have had 2 strips of bacon instead. And you can cut the bacon up and put it in your egg or whatever. And for drink is good old water. That was one of the hardest things for me, was drinking water with breakfast. I am a Mountain Dew or orange juice or apple juice type of girl for breakfast. But once you kind of kick all that, it makes it a little bit easier, and so I will really enjoy my glass of water and my big Vols cup. So, go Vols. So that's this is a typical breakfast for us. Not going hungry by any means. Sometimes people freak out when they hear the word diet. So this is on our diet, but it's not a diet as in depriving yourself of things. It's a diet of it's a meal plan. It's a lifestyle change. It's healthy eating. So we're not really being deprived of anything, as you can see. I probably won't even be able to eat all of this, because this is a lot of food. But it's good, and it's going to be super tasty. It is super good for you. So there's a typical breakfast for us.